Hi, welcome back. Wow. Amazing. What good vibes at the Poetry Room. The last thing I heard before walking up on stage to welcome you to the Robin Theater was they peed everywhere. I don't know what that's all about, but thank you for bringing that energy tonight. Wow. Yeah, what a weird break. And 2023 has been rolling in with some very weird energy, so let's keep that going tonight. I'm Dylan. I know we have some new folks in the room tonight. I run the Robin Theater and the Robin Books. You can learn more about what we do if you're curious at therobintheater.com or on social media, etc. But tonight, we definitely, it's wonderful to be in a room full of friends that I haven't spent much time with in the last 3 years, but we're certainly a part of our vibrant, eclectic poetry community going into 2020 when the Poetry Room took a pause. I'm going to risk all the sincerity for like a couple minutes before we do our intro and get Masaki up here, who will do none of that. But I just want to say it's really excellent to see friends here. It's wonderful to have you back. And in keeping with, I think, the strongest tradition in the Poetry Room legacy is we have a very eclectic lineup tonight. We have an audience that comes from slam poetry communities, from page poetry communities, from MSU. I believe we have some folks from other cities. Maybe Detroit is in the house tonight. I'm not sure if is in the house. That's right. So it's just a beautiful thing, and it's really special what we do here. So this is a new format too, so thank you for having your patience with that. It feels like the energy is really good, and we're trying to keep it that way and not just lean all the way into utter chaos. So thank you for doing the pre-registry. Thank you for signing up with Masaki. We are figuring out how this works at a time when we are limiting capacity and trying to have a little bit of control over that. So if you're listening at home and you didn't make it in person tonight, we're trying to give preference each month to poets who maybe didn't read the month before. We still hope you come. We still hope you register to just come hang out, meet people, go hang out with everybody afterwards, all that. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So with that, just a couple of notes. We have people who have read a million times on stage. We have people who are going to be reading for the first time tonight. A couple little stage etiquette things. Masaki already told you when he says on deck, that means you're going to be up following the poet who's next. When you come up on stage, do please head down the hall to the left and up the back of the stage. It's a little dark back there, so just watch out. We have 2 microphones on stage. If you need a different microphone, you can just grab that one. These operate like this. You loosen the little thing here, and it goes up and down like that. Is that cool? Does that make sense? Okay. We'll be taking care of you. We'll be looking out. You already did the hard work. You showed up tonight. You wrote these poems. You came out to support your community. So let's have some fun. That's what we're here to do. Without further ado, your host, founder of the Poetry Room, Masaki Takahashi.
All right, we'll go Gabriel, Tom, and Nancy then. I don't know these things. All right. So we have amazing photos done by Chin Hai and Lauren. They're doing the whole thing. It's live streamed. We're super extra. Sub Galaxy. If you never use the mic, make sure the mic is kind of like right here, because sexy photos, right? You don't want to do that. You have one poem. I don't care if it's a haiku, like I said earlier. Get the fuck off the stage. Thank you. It's up next, right? If you get one poem, please don't go over 5 minutes, because it's starting to suck after 5 minutes. Don't tell us what your poem is about. I don't want to watch the trailer and then watch the movie again, right? Like, if you got to tell me what it's about, like, you got to second guess your poem. Just a tip. And then, like, sometimes your title doesn't even fucking matter. Like, hey, if your poem's like called Mountains, like, hey, my poem's called Mountains. It's about the struggles I went through. I'm like, give a fuck. fuck? Get into the poem already. Those are things that are like cool. I want y'all to interact. Once you are interacting, it makes us feel good, and we perform a lot better. If we want to hear a line, what do we say? Except when a motherfucker has that memorized, do not say shit. We can't rewind that shit. That's gonna throw us off. Fuck you. Keep it to yourself. You should have been listening in the first place. I mean, like, if Kevin McCartney's like playing a song and you're like, rewind, that's a dope chord. Like, he won't be like, fuck you, I'm gonna keep playing. You throw off his momentum, you know what I mean? So that's what it is. What else do we have to talk about? Oh, I gotta say, because Great Dane was supposed to co-host with me. Shout out to you, Dana. But they weren't able to make it today. Today's event was sponsored by the City of Lansing and then the Creative Collective of Mason. They got an event on March that I'm supposed to talk about. Gotta get that money, yo. But anyways, Dana was supposed to go first. I wanted to go after Breeze. We have Breeze all the way from Virginia, 2019 iWhips champ. Who's been coaching me. I asked him to be first because in a simulation I said to him, I was like, what happens if I draw after you? I want that to be the hardest fucking shit ever for me to have to go after. And I don't think any of you wanted to go after him because he's that fucking good. So I'll be like, yeah, let me do that. So everybody, let's give it up for Breeze the Poet!
This evening. Okay, y'all gonna learn. Okay, so let's do this like this. I had 2 planes and a bus here. It's been cold. I have some obsession with ending up in Michigan in the winter. I don't know why I keep doing it to myself. Apparently, I love y'all. That being the case, what's going to happen is I'm going to come up here and give y'all all this energy. I'm going to give y'all the energy mostly because I want to give y'all the energy, but also because I'm trying to warm the fuck up. So I need y'all to give me energy back. So we're going to fill this whole place up with energy, and we're going to let everybody up and down this row know that we're having a whole party up in here. Say word? Now, we're going to start that off good. We're going to start that off correct, properly, by when I ask for beautiful people. Y'all need to act like y'all some goddamn beautiful people in here. Beautiful people in the building, how y'all doing this evening? There we go. Beautiful. That's how you do it right there. Fuh. Y'all know it's real, ain't no L's in it. It's just a bunch of H's. Beautiful. And you gotta make a real ugly face when you beautiful. That's how you know it's real. I am Breeze the Poet. Thank y'all so much for having me. So I am in the middle of trying to figure out how I'm going to approach this set. And one thing that I thought of was kind of like a choose your own adventure. So I got like a lot of poems, right? And she said, do that one. That's dope. And so what happens is I try to put sets together kind of like storylines. And sometimes it kind of leaves out some poems that I probably really wanted to do or whatever. So I thought I'd take all the responsibility off of myself and put it on to you. Okay. You are going to pick which poems you hear tonight. Say a word? So I'm got the numbers here, and I got them written in my book, and I'm going to put them in this nice clean hat, and I'm going to pick through the audience, and y'all are going to pick which poems y'all hear tonight. Say a word? That's how we're going to do it here. I'm going to start off, though. Thank you. Y'all ever had the old school Pez candies? The Pez, the toy, you got to flip the head. That's what my socks is. And they match my Timbs. And this poem here is a prayer rebuking, removing, and defeating the spirit of fear from your life. Amen. Well, don't act like y'all ain't got grandmamas now. Y'all know she used to give y'all that little pinch that she twists with when y'all talking during service. Amen. This poem here is about the brilliant black boy writing battle bars for Satan. About the gorgeous black girl realizing she is God and praying to her own reflection. About the genius ghetto child praying in a ratchet native tongue. I don't know if prayers have titles, but if they did, then this poem here would be called, Although I Walk Through the Valley of the Shadow of Death, I shall fear no evil, except it's a brilliant and genius and gorgeous and ratchet remix. So this poem here is called, I Guess I Got My Swagger Back. Devil tried to kill me, y'all, but I guess I got the dagger back. Or the gospel according to Bone Crusher. Oh, I ain't ever scared. Or this poem here is called How to Use an Ultralight Beam as a Nightlight to Finish a Coloring Book While Eating Sunday Candy in the Dark of Doubt. You know, when you just give yourself a chance? No, this poem here is called The Heart is a House of Love. Or love and fear can't exist in the same space. So this poem here is called When the Heart Serves Fear Its Eviction Notice. No. This poem here is called I Almost Gave Up Today. Except my son's smile. Except my daughter's laughs. Except my mama's prayers. No. This poem here is called Guess What, y'all? Your faith ain't never left. It was just your inner child loving to play hide and seek at all the worst times, which usually be the perfect time because it always loves to hide in all the places you forget to look when you're going through some shit, like the last place you saw God in you. Or this poem here is called The Praise Dance of a Sinner, a fight song for you're scared to start over because your Genesis will be engulfed in darkness when your circumstances make you forget how to speak yourself your own son. No, this poem here is called That One Time Fear Was Talking Shit. Fear be trying to talk shit into your life, huh? Fear said, yeah, I better not catch you walking through that valley of the shadow of death. I be that darkness there. I be heavy in them streets too. Be so heavy you won't be able to lift your voice, do a poem, singing. No, this little light of mine gonna shine bright enough to get you up off this block. Or you think you tough, huh? You gonna try me, sucker? I am fear. See if I don't choke the let there be right out of you. That was a bar. And this poem here is called The Pull-Up. When I ran up on Fear hoe ass because he was talking that shit. Like, yeah, I be walking through that valley of the shadow of death often, and I ain't ever scared. I got my swagger back. Devil tried to kill me, but now I'm up in this spot looking as fresh as Sunday candy, or ultralight beam, awesome, illuminating all that nothing you thought you was. Yeah, I found my faith, and it never left. It was just playing hide and seek with the prayers and the laughs and the smiles that were coloring book bright, hiding. In the last place I saw God in me, oh fear. I talked to God. That black woman told me to ask you, what's all that darkness you think you are, after she reminded me that I am the light she let there be. That was a bar. All right, pause. So y'all gonna hear me say stuff like that, right? Throughout the course of this feature, because I'm dope. I'm just, it's nothing, there's no getting around it. I'm pretty fucking really good. I work too hard to be humble. So what happens is, right, I like coming up here and I like exuding that kind of energy because of the work I put into what I do, but also as a reflection so people can feel comfortable to do the same when they're around me, because I'm never going to be one of them people that you think you got to dim yourself for or need you to like not shine as bright as you supposed to about what you do. I don't care fuck what it is you do. You could be a bank teller, you know your doggone drawer don't ever come up short. You get to work on time, you do your job, you get the fuck on through, and you do it to the best of your ability. I don't care if you work at the grocery store, you're a grocery store bagger, you know don't nothing go in that bag with them eggs and that bread. You know that. Can't nobody tell you, you know what I'm saying? As long as you do it to the best of your ability, you're supposed to walk around and act like that with that kind of confidence, like I do what I do. And don't have people try to put this energy into you that you're supposed to be humble. Because if you look up the word humble, it literally means to think yourself less than. And so there are people around you who have tried to convince you to put an energy into you, think yourself less than, and it's only because they not shining as bright as they need to, or there's so many reasons why somebody would need you to be less than you are to make them feel better about, you know what, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm just preaching. I'm doing too much talking. Besides, the person probably came here with you. Y'all probably got a ride home together later. I don't need y'all ride home to be all awkward. You ain't never support my dreams. And I don't need all that. That's not my fault. Y'all ain't even about to blame that on me. So I'm going to just keep doing my poems and get the fuck on through it. Right? Here, where were we? Oh, and coming back. And this poem here is called The Praise. And this poem here is called Cursing in Church. It's the testimony of a heathen that God ain't through with as long as I ain't through with my goddamn self. And y'all, this poem here is called When the Brilliant Black Boy Writes Battle Bars for Satan. It's a gorgeous, brilliant, genius, ratchet remix. It's a praise dance of a sinner. And this poem here, y'all, is not actually the poem. All of that was me just trying to figure out what the name of the poem was going to be. So none of that was actually the poem. So I guess I'm going to do the poem for y'all now. Poem. Hello, fear. Fuck you. And amen. Word. So, who wants to choose the first poem? Whoa, that's. I did not even. That's awesome.
All right, first poem number is 10.
Yikes, that's crazy. Okay, if I know what that is, that's crazy. Huh? Yes. That's an omen. I'm going to keep this with me. The first poem pick was a 10, so facts that. Yes. So, this is a poem I'm going to have to read. I'm not even going to give y'all, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Hey, Masaki, didn't you say that earlier? Don't tell us what the, just do the damn poem and get the fuck on stage. You be talking to these people kind of crazy. I just want you. I just need to be on record establishing that I said that. I was like, "Who the fuck is he talking? Who you talking to?" I see. That's what I said. I was like, damn. They responded to it too. That's word. Okay. And my love is beautifully horrific, like the kissing scene in a scary movie. You live for the moments, but you know pretty soon something's going to die. This movie has horrible casting. Sometimes I'm an extra in my own love. That was a but I play myself often. In character as a person who loves hard and will bleed to keep it, haunted by the ambivalence of romance. I can't tell if hope is half full or half less. In this movie, there are roses with razor wire for thorns, and I play the role of a masochistic gardener who wants something beautiful so badly that I try to save them from all the other men with white vinegar-soaked kisses and lawnmower language, all the things that kill flowers, and in doing so, I pick them. I cut myself on their distrust and end up bleeding my love all over them anyway, unwanted. And sometimes I imagine myself as a flower, worth nurturing and feeding, that someone would love and watch grow into something beautiful one day. But all I have ever known is rubbing alcohol heel and saltwater kiss, which is also all the things that kill flowers. And so the story is about learning how to hold a flower, about finally finding something beautiful that won't hurt me, about realizing that if you are too selfish to let love be itself, then it will hurt you. So back to the present of this movie, because that was kind of like a flashback. You know, every movie got, a present and a flashback to kind of give you some details about the story. Anyway, presently, I take these flowers as my own. I plant them into my bed. I feed their earth with my kisses and they die. The petals wilt. The soil becomes barren and I become barren, bearing the weight of losing things I love so much, even though they hurt me. And sometimes when they hurt me, I confront myself staring at scarred hands, trying to figure out why they look more like war wounds than passion marks. I look up and ask any mirror I can find, why don't you love me? The mirror smiles. A villainous smile, as if it knows that no one can save me now. It answers, I do love you, silly. Don't you see the scars? Loving things hurts, right? I mean, isn't that what your love did to the roses you picked, all the wilting and barren you caused, all the saltwater sermon you preached into their scars? And now here comes the turn, because any good movie got a turn when a part where you're trying to figure out how the fuck you even got here. So the turn of the poem is my love is a scary movie full of plot twists and metaphors and bad casting. And I am so extra in my love that I play myself often, so I don't even realize that now I am the hopeless romantic with a kiss like a murder weapon. My embrace is a crime scene, and I just realized that this whole time I've been the fucking villain, the serial lover who kills everything he kisses. The flowers were a metaphor for the beautiful things that I have loved that have hurt me before, that have made me this way, and that's what you call an origin story. See, I don't know how to love myself, so I've accepted the bleeding and death from beautiful things, have been bleeding my death all over every beautiful thing I touch and plant into all of this dying, and I've been calling that shit love the whole fucking time. Scary, right? In the final scene of this movie, I go to where the beautiful things that I have loved are, but instead find tombstones. I visit these twisted plots I have created and apologize for being such a mortician to them. I'm sorry. Monologue. I'm sorry. And when you love hard and wrong like me, you kill things. Love is so beautiful when you figure out how to not hold it like a weed eater. But by the time I looked up, all I seen were the flowers dying. I still found them so beautiful that I didn't even recognize the graves. You know, it's crazy, you know. How many times have we walked into gardens just to find out the whole time that we were giving our lives to cemeteries? That was a poem that y'all picked, so if you ain't like it, it ain't my fault, goddammit. Taking no responsibility. So, 1 minute or one more? One more poem? Okay. That was unexpected. All right, cool. So, two more? Okay, that's cool. No, that's fine. That's kind of why I chose to do it like this, because I had a whole like set, and then when you was like 4, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it like this then. So we have 2 more numbers that need to be picked. Does anybody volunteer to pick a number? Okay, I see a hand. No, I saw that one first. So then I'll. Come on, yes. 5. 5? Yeah. Oh shit. Well, great. Yell out a number. That's even better. Okay. It's hard work holding in so much rage. My mouth is a bow known to string together arrow-sharp assaults. I try to hold myself back so I don't unintentionally pierce another heart, but that thin line is the only difference between disengaging and aiming. So I just breathe. And try try not to react in all my rage, but it's irresponsible to assume that that means that I am okay, because I'm not. I'm always fucking mad. I don't know why. I haven't figured out what the fuck causes that. Or you know what, maybe I have. Maybe I have figured it out and it just made myself more mad at the fact that nobody ever stopped to fucking ask. My 5-year-old is all the makings of another eruption as she rumbles into the room one day, holding a toy. Baby cousins crying and chasing after her. Anya, did you take that from them? Yes. Why would you do that? Because I'm very angry, baby. Baby, why are you angry? Because I was trying to tell them it was mine. They was pull it. They wouldn't stop. They was break it. You took it from them so they wouldn't break it. Yes. Breathe, baby. I can smell the sulfur seeping through her pores. I know this place all too well, how it feels to be illegibly angry. To know exactly what you're trying to say, but not yet know the words to piece together a complete anything. So all your emotions to let you cough up is broken. So I ask because I want to help her hold herself together. Because no one helped me hold me together. Because nobody ever cared enough to fucking ask. So I just let her get her anger out. Because I never want to neutralize her becoming a superpower. The freedom of being safe to feel creates a safe place to feel. So now my daughter comes up to me sometimes out of nowhere, unprompted, and asks, Daddy, are you angry with me? Daddy, are you angry? And I have to extinguish lava-filled lips and try not to burn my baby girl. I'm angry at so much. I'm angry that she even feels the need to have to ask me this. I'm angry at life for being such a bitch. I'm angry that I'm too broke to cherish everything priceless, at smiles for sale and price tags on happiness that are way too high. I'm angry that I can't afford my heart, but my heart is so free to give of itself in a world that only values what it can take. I'm angry that I'm a product of my mother's mistakes. I'm angry that my father was no Mufasa. All he left me was his scars, and now I'm just an elephant graveyard of a man trying to figure out how do I shine when I am always nowhere the fucking light touches. I'm angry that everyone can question the stability of my fucking emotions, but nobody ever cared enough to ask why the fuck I'm mad. Nobody ever fucking asked. And my daughter, a siren song seducing my demons, comes up to me unprompted and asks, Daddy, are you angry with me? Daddy, are you angry? No, baby. The last thing Daddy could ever be angry at is you. But my God, thank you so much for asking. Okay, we have one more poem, apparently. So I'm going to ask anybody. I see your hand shot up over here. Number 1 through 10. That's not 10 or 5. 3. Y'all give it up for 3. I don't know what poem it is, but it's the last one, so. Oh, shit. You sure? Sure. That ain't no better. All right. Okay, 3. You know what this is, right? You have no idea? I'm taking my shirt off. Look. Okay. She was like, "Hey, I got a question. What's the difference between Frederick and Breeze?" You know, it's crazy. It's funny. It's funny that you asked me that. I've never really considered there being a. Look. I would answer you. I would answer you. But first, I have to know which one of us you think you fucking talking to. Wait. No. Wait. I got a question. What's the difference between a therapist and a nosy person just trying to screw with my fucking brain, right? Because you know you're not a fucking therapist, so that would make you a nosy person just trying to screw with my fucking. Frederick always gets like this. Protects everything that he wants to give people from people. He's like a guard dog that would love to play fetch. He just refuses to let go of the stick or his heart or his demon. I mean, he wants people to see him. He just doesn't want to feel exposed. He's very abstract art. Paints passion with how he loves, but can only picture the pain and broken that loving hard has always left him with. So all you end up with is this beautifully shattered, open wound beating on the canvas of his. I don't really know how to explain it, but it does remind me of this movie I was watching one time, right? So this movie, okay, all right, you want to talk about Breeze then, huh? Talk about Breeze then, the poet who puts love in his art, thinks writing is his heart's form of freedom. That's so fucking stupid. He's not free just because he can articulate his chains. It's so stupid. It's so stupid how he takes his shoes off on stage as if the space be safe, be sacred enough to be sacred enough to cherish him, but this space is not safe. You're not bleeding pretty for people who aren't gonna help you clean up the mess you make of yourself. They chant shit like, "Go in, poet," and they never even consider how the fuck he'll get out. I get it though. I get it. I understand. Why he's so guarded. I mean, he hates being misunderstood, and no one really tries to understand. They just sit comfortable and watch him and use him as a scapegoat to justify how badly they treat him. I watch him be caution taped into a cage quite often. It's so sad. I look at him these days and he looks like a crime scene. I can't tell if he's a murder victim or a suicide weapon. All I can tell you is that it's killing a heart. And honestly, it's crazy, because it's so sad, because honestly, it's the best part of the movie. Where this guy, he's like kidnaps these girls in the movie. He got like a bald head. And ironically has like a bunch of like unknown personalities living in his body that he don't really know. Okay. You want to use Breeze's openness to expose how closed I seem? How let's explore this shit, shall we? This openness only makes him a gun range, a target, a bullseye for rightful rhetoric. He doesn't understand love is a fighting word. Why the fuck you think the heart is the size of a fist in the first place? Honestly, he's so fucking weak. I'm tired of him calling me weak. He doesn't understand the strength it takes to hold on to anything. Honestly, he's just a coward who measures his strength on how far he can push everything away. Breeze is just a buffet of trauma, offering himself up for everyone to pick through our scars to get full of our thoughts, leave without ever finishing the fucking plates. No all that's left are the tables dirty from the scraps of us. They always leave behind because they always leave us behind. Split. Y'all never see the movie? Anyway. Honestly, I don't really know how to answer this question. All I can tell you is that there is such a difference. I hope there's someone out there, anyone out there who can just love, just love, just love all of me. What?
Anyways, so I really don't. It's okay if you fuck up my name. I fuck up a lot of names. I get like a lot of like hosting gigs now, and I fuck up everybody's name. But and that's okay. But as long as you try to get it right, that's all I care about. And like there's this place I shared the story before, but like there's this place called Birria Taco on campus, and they never say my name, and I feel like it's super offensive. I was like, yo, fuck you. Like, every time I go with people, they're like, everybody else's name gets said except for mine. And they're like, oh, yeah, this is yours, and then they'll, like, for mine, for some odd reason, they'll fucking never say my name. But, like, so when you, like, fuck up my name, it's okay. Like, order from Mikishi, Miseki. And if I wasn't so annoyed, I'd appreciate the irony of waiting for my order at this deli as the cashier butchers my name. At this point, I'm used to it. My name is the fat that holds the flavor of my homeland, but still too much umami for this country's taste. So when it's being chopped down by a meat cleaver mouth, I correct them because they already severed the native from its tongue. My name is a proud wave of a tattered flag. It is the last known address I have left for when I finally come home to myself. I correct them and I tell them my name. My name is Masaki Takahashi. It is the one that my mother gave me. It is named after the ghost of my father. It is the only trace of him I have left. My name means high bridge flourishing tree. It does not mean roadkill to the lead-foot lips, speeding too fast to notice the syllables they ran over. My name is not a carcass for these culture vultures to pick over. My name will not be changed. It is too big to be anglicized. I have fought for this name since grade school. Schoolyard bullies, hunting, trying to treat my name like dead meat. Kids who found my name to be a butt of a joke till I put my foot to theirs. Busted lip, black eye, swollen fist. I have bled for this name. There's not enough salt to cure me for how sick of the world I am that tries to devour me like a slab of meat with their open flame ignorance, wanting to cook my identity till they get all the chink out. Pink out. Then admire the bone to see how white I can become, and that is the only time they will count my existence as well done. My name is not fresh meat for their slaughterhouse sensibility, not appropriate enough to appropriate, to cut down into perfect, small, model minority pieces for their charcuterie spread acceptance. My name is Masaki. All I ask is that they try to say it correctly or keep it out of their damn mouths. When you come up here, you don't have to have your shit memorized. If you suck, that's okay too. You get the right to suck until you get better and keep doing this. Up next, we got Becky Jensen, and then after that, we have Mary Anna on deck.
We, the committee of yapping, insecure, skinny, bejeweled, opiate-loving sports ball moms and adventure-climbing, thrill-seeking, six-pack, gym-pumping bros, high five, are on the hunt for a fugitive, a detriment to our existence, the big girl. Her crimes to date, obviously being gross, obviously unhealthy, obviously taking too much food, obviously being a terrible example for children. They're watching you. Having so many excuses, not being accountable, not showing up, eating too many carbs, eating too much fat, never exercising enough, taking up too much space, taking up a seat and a half, not fitting, being too full and full of herself, taking up too much air, shove it in, big girl, breathing, living. Ew. She is also accused of not spiring enough boners, despite her pretty face, trying to steal the accomplishment clearly meant for the thick, sexy, and thin, promoting her glorifying obesity agenda wherever she goes, not buying the pills, powder, shakes, and bullshit that could finally get her thriving, not just surviving. High five. She just will not buy what we are selling. It's almost like she's okay with her unsightly bra overhang, jumbo muffin top, thunder thighs, and cankles. It's almost like she has confidence. That can't possibly be true. She won't even entertain a surgery to rearrange her guts and risk bleeding out and exploding from the inside just to be thin. We just care. When will she make her health a priority? She just needs to eat less more. Calories in, calories out. Sculpt and chisel so she doesn't even look like herself. Make her finally valuable and attractive to keep all the penises happy because no man wants to be with that. If she doesn't come into our custody, she deserves to. Never lose the weight. Never feel good. Be cursed with the shame of her hunger of each bite. Guilty. Forever have to explain why she's big. A lifetime of photos taken from unflattering angles. Be bedridden and housebound. It does make good TV. Die an obesity-related death or just kill herself. We won't stop looking for you, big girl. We'll find you every time. High five.
Thank you. It was in November. I heard this a lot over the years. Time heals all wounds. But not always. Definitely not for many of us, including me. Although it was years ago, I told no one, not even my mom. I feared disappointing her. I thought that somehow I must have been at fault. It was years later that I finally told my family. It was in November. The breakup after 4 years stunned me. He had his way with some women in his dorm, and he got one pregnant. Planned to drop out of school, but first he had to get his stuff from me, a longtime girlfriend who did not consent to sex. This must sound really weird, but I went to Catholic school and along with learning Latin, learned to avoid sex. Also, having been raped by an uncle at age 9, although we never discussed it, my parents were overprotective. So the night he came to my room, he showed up high, pounded on the door, unplugged stereo equipment in a tirade, tore record albums off the shelf. His eyes seemed to glow red. His anger grew when the speakers wouldn't budge. And when he pulled his ring off my finger, it caught on my knuckle. He barred the door as I tried to make a run for it. I recall being thrown onto my bed, his nails like talons, as he tried to rip off my clothes. I tried to fight him, but became a punching bag. Blacked out. Next morning, I woke on the ground. Dead leaves tangled in my hair, blood stuck to my arms. I was cold. Noticed my shirt was ripped. Wondered why my head pounded. Back in my room, I saw red marks around my neck, bruises and scratch marks on my arms and chest, and an eye swollen almost shut. I called my sister, who must have been high. She seemed confused when she asked, "Who is this?" 50 years after the assault, I rose early one morning, one barren morning. Tried to shake off dreams that bruised and bled. I stood alone outside in pre-dawn darkness on the back porch, breathed slowly in, then out, listened for birdsong, for wind scattering dry leaves, for the low hum of trucks on the highway. Instead, heard pounding. Shivers tightened the robe around my neck. like fingers that choked and fists that brought darkness. Day broke to fractured bits. A dorm room in shambles, an eye swollen shut, bruises, torn clothes, brown leaves scattered. Inside the house, I shut myself in the bathroom, but cold water could not purge the taste of blood. My own fury bubbled up, much too late, demanded an outlet. I stayed home from work, wrote through revenge all day long, tore each page to shreds, watched them burn in the fireplace. But that day, I also shook off silence, gave voice to details of the assault to my husband and grown daughters. At last, unburdened, I rose up. I'm no longer scattered.
Thank you. Did I write? There are fresh pancakes currently being dressed by Aunt Jemima Syrup. I can smell it in the kitchen. And I can hear Mama dancing to the bacon popping on the skillet and love caused by Kim. Right now, there is still an atom of chemistry between her and Daddy. Enough to say that something exists, that she still exists. And this abstract reality of love and kids and work and work and work and marriage, what's left of it. I'm watching Mama pour more buttermilk into the batter and stir. At that moment, I did not know that the slow strokes were because she was tired, drained, weary from being the soil from which everything grows. No, all I could think of was how she managed to cook a full-course meal, get me to school, go to work, pick me up from the bus stop, take me to dance, cook me dinner, do my homework with me, give me a bath, read me a book, and still get me in bed at a good time. My mama was the first image of Black excellence I could remember. Had this superpower I didn't read in the comics. But when we moved away into our own apartment, away from Daddy, I was confused, angry. Couldn't understand why Mama ain't want to be with Daddy no more. Or why Daddy ain't want to be with Mama no more. Mama stopped dancing to Kim in the mornings. The bacon on the skillet had settled to a simmer. The pancakes were left undressed. Aunt Jemima left them to fend for themselves. My mama don't cook like she used to. Filled that space with different obligations. She don't smile the same no more. Only got enough energy for them badass kids at work. Only got enough smile to get them through their ABCs. Ain't got time for us badass kids at home. But she still gives time to us badass kids at home. Still make sure we done ate. Still make sure we did our homework. Still make sure we talk to grandma, and grandma still make sure she tells us she loves us. Yeah. And we might not say it back because we feel awkward about it or something, but she knows we love her back. Damn. I hope she knows we love her back, 'cause she be breaking her back for us.
I'm just gonna do something different. My name is Galaxy. I'm the second of 5 children, about 5 feet tall, and my weight fluctuates anywhere from 0 to 100 pounds on any given day. I'm just over 30 and I've never written a poem about myself. I've had more trauma than Grey's Anatomy, seen more death than Annalise Keaton. I've had more out-of-body experiences than Casper, and some days I still don't know what's real or not. For years, I've mastered the art of change, learned to fit, learned to follow, learned to shrink myself into whatever box would have me disappear. So instead of finding myself, I became a chameleon, distorting my body to fit inside of groups I was never meant to be a part of, crawling into relationships willing to change everything about myself so people fell in love with the idea of me. I've been called a muse more times than I can count, placed on pedestals as royalty and then used and abused more than a hand-me-down, but here I am, still trying to decide if I should stand or flee, trying to figure out exactly what it means to be me. My birthday is January 4th. I'm a Capricorn. I was born 2 weeks late according to my mom, so it's no surprise that I've always felt just a little bit behind. Being born second, I've been a follower my whole life, and lately it seems like it's been nothing but the blind leading the blind, and for some reason my personality seems to always get left behind, so I've been navigating, trying to find my life mission. I've been trying to find my 2020 vision, and all of a sudden there was a crash. He said he wanted to get to know me, and I wondered how I could introduce him to someone I didn't even know myself, but I still said yes, I guess. I'll just see how things go. So I go to my closet and dress in whatever personality I plan on bringing to our first date and distort my mouth to make sure that the hurt and trauma looks great. He didn't want to wait, so we began to date. And I guess everything is going straight. And then he told me that he loved me, and I asked him, have you ever loved a piece of broken glass with my blood spilled across the pieces, a river, a rainbow from my tears? I didn't feel worthy because I hadn't picked the pieces up myself. He told me that only broken glass makes beautiful cathedrals, that the pain and the stains from my past only created a more beautiful picture, that he could see the constellations in my scars. He told me, when you can't see, let me be your context. When your glasses are broken, take me and let me be that vision you need to see yourself a little bit more clearly. Follow me and let me be that piece you need to feel a little less incomplete. So now, when he tells me that he loves me, I believe him because he was the first man that had the courage to see me before I had the courage to see myself. Thank you.
I want to fly. I want to move, groove, dance to the music. I want to fly. I want to sing. I want to be the song that gets sung tonight. I want everyone to sing my song. I want to fly. I want to spit out a poem just like Zach. A gargantuan Godzilla poem, Tyrannosaurus Rex apocalypse now, honey, run for the cellar poem. Yeah, your basic kitchen sink poem, I'll throw everything in it. Bad teeth, volcanoes, open heart surgery, insatiable sexual desires, genitalia, sprung rhythm, and money. Aye, there's the rub, the fly in the ointment. God knows art and money don't mix. Root of all evil, the love thereof, not to mention absurd that we bust our butts to get enough of the green stuff. There's never enough. It's a fundamental time-hunger equation. God knows I shouldn't think about money, but I do, 'cause if I had money, a ton of money, more money than anybody could possibly want money, I'd give some to you and you and you and you. And right now, I'm thinking about those rich folks on Oprah who had a lot of money but were still basically worried about stuff, and how I said you'd never catch me moaning about how hard it was to be rich and still not know what to do with yourself, 'cause I figure I would figure something out. Damn, if you weren't happy, you could just give it away, and that would be great. That would be cool. That would be fun. Money from heaven. Just for the hell of it. How about GoFundMe? We can tell 300 million people, give us the money. We are artists in training. We are poets. We are dancers. We are sculptors, musicians, photographers, cooks. We are dreamers. We can use the dough. I'm talking rhythm, rhyme, syncopation. Let's dance, my darlings. Let's sing all night long. Thank you.
The pills are bigger. My anti-seizure capsules are twice the size as they were. The vibrant blue, now a muted gray, and it weighs a ton. It feels like I am swallowing a boulder, its jagged edges stabbing my throat as it goes down. I might as well have swallowed glass. It would have hurt me less. Oh, shit. You got it, boy? Thank you. I'm sorry, Musaki. Dropping the pellets into my daily pill capsule feels like I'm deadlifting 200 pounds. The bathroom counter shakes as they drop down to the bottom, and so does my self-loathing. I scratch the moisturizer into my skin just to feel something. I force myself to smile in the mirror, but the harsh yellow light reveals the truth. That I hate my life. That I hate my face. I hate me. I need some sleep. That'll fix it. Where are my sleeping pills? Yeah, I just need to go to bed and wake up in the morning and I will feel better. You know the first thing I do when I wake up? I take a pill. This one is another one that I need so that I can resemble a functioning human being. I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize, you got this.
This one is dry. It tastes as if COVID was packaged in a two-tone tablet. It is vile. This takes an hour to kick in. So my brain can function, produce enough dopamine to function neurotypically. It wears off by the end of the day. By that time, it's time for more pills. It's a continuous cycle. Is this my mortality? This is my prime? I'm 21 years old, taking medications that I need to survive. Not live, survive. My body is ripping apart at the seams. My brain is burning itself at the stake. The gears are starting to rust. I am decrepit in my adolescence. And you know what the only thing that'll fix this is? A pill. Thank you.
I used what I had, a pen, and again I find madness, beginning and ending with gem precious memories, like our grandmother. Our grandmother, counting not one, not two, to leave nothing for evil to trace. They met in Vienna in the tent city called DP Camp because they could not go home, because now their once neighbors hunted them for spite. For a zlotl, $5, or to save your skin, it was the easiest thing. Just say, there they are. My neighbors are hiding those inhuman pests. My grandmother. She hid in the cellar for years, pale. With her little sister, her mother, and a bucket. It was the bucket that could give them away. When they fled, they took the pail, not to leave a trace. When to the sanctum sanctorum they retreated, the bucket came too, crammed in the inner storeroom. Not one, not two, not three. This is how grandmother taught me to count blessings. Free, under the nose, bowsprit of the maw of the vacuum which whisks us all, stiffly peaking, folded, strictly, creakily speaking, spiffy, squeaking on my knees, decked and scrubbed like a hard drive. Not one that would be killed in her crib. Not two, the symmetry of bad heart, bad land. Everyone had grandmother, even Adam. We call Adam. I used what I had, a pencil and pad. Too bad you ate late. You ended up dad. You ended up dead. You sent what you had. Sabbatical candle, 4 wicks that you dipped, braided, and lit, doused, and then clipped. Thank you.
The headline reads, health experts say wash your sheets once a week. 25 is like bed sheets that I haven't washed in weeks. Not quite 25. We might have died. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks. They smell, but not too bad. Because we do shower every day, yet the odor and stains accumulate slowly. The smell of life fixed in the fabric, wrapped around our wounded flesh, bearing its own wear and tear. Scars and parts no longer bare, no more smooth as baby skin, but not yet wrinkled, dried up, thin. That's for 55 or 65 or 75, if we both that long live. 25 is like the trick bike, tricked out from my teen life. Pegs, dice, white walls, one of the original tires hangs on a nail in the garage, shredded. From the time I reclaimed it from my childhood home, of my slowly dying father, his story, my story, becoming our story. Brought it to our new home, our married home, the home where I'm husband and you're wife and you're mom and I'm dad. Took that tricked out bike to the trick park with our boys and the tires disintegrated right off the hub. The rubber rubbed, unpliable and inflexible, destroyed for disuse. 1/3 of the bike now hanging there to remind me not to do the same thing and disuse our love. Counting each year of our story, yet despite scratch and dents, some intentional, some accidental, stolen once and returned, the bike is still solid together, ready for new tires. Our kids, the next generation, still ride on 2/3 of a bike that is 25. 25 is like the 3-piece suit we bought together, worn at the day we began to become married, the most expensive part of our wedding. 2/3 still fit me mostly. 1/3, the pants no longer able to hug my waist. I'd have to half-starve myself to make them fit around our new life. So I'm wearing new pants, a new 1/3, and look at myself in the mirror. Does it work? I'm not sure. But I've got more confidence to keep on the pants than I've ever had before. So now it's a two-piece suit, still hanging around me and you for 25. 25 is like the marriage retreat in a box we used to celebrate 10 at a historic inn in downtown Indy. We opened the box with talks from experts, had a breakthrough when they said, only 1/3 of marriage conflicts are solvable. So at 25, 2/3 of our conflicts still cling to us, like bed sheets, unwashed for a couple of weeks. The odor of our love fixed in the fabric of our faithfulness, wrapped around the scars, skin no longer smooth, with the dreams of our 20s, now wrapped deep in the soul of sheets, our love still alive at 25. Thank you.
I am up late, writing words that I could not say, words that churn, labor, and wait like a child to be born. And now, after such a long season, ignite, illuminate, birth themselves out like paper pilots that shoot up the heavens and shake the stars.
So I wanted to try something different this evening and do a bit of audience participation, if you wouldn't mind. Help me out a little bit. I'm going to be singing different words during the chorus, but if you all could just kind of encourage me by singing this. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth. Tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth. You guys want to try it? Tell the truth, 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 tell the truth. Okay, perfect. Thank you. There's going to be a little pause in the song. I'll raise my hand, and then you'll come in like that. Okay, perfect. You get under my skin like you're moving in. I'm loving it. You can't hold back your words like the song of a bird. It wakes me up. Silence hurts more than you. Hurts me too. Hurts me too. So cry out if you're hurt now. Know that it's healing. When we're older, I'll be close to you when it's all coming undone. Thank you. I am happy to hide. I keep Jekyll inside. You see me though, and I just keep spinning my wheels like none of it's real. Dependent, silence hurts more than you. It hurts me too. Hurts me too, so cry out if you're hurt now. Know that it's healing. it's all coming undone. Tell the truth, 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 when it's all coming undone. Someday, maybe, when we're older, I'll be close to you when it's all coming undone. Thank you very much for that experiment. Appreciate it.
All right. All right. This is a eulogy for dirt. To be both what others want to dig up about you and where you keep things buried. To be hidden, to be wanton, coveted, to be owned and stolen. To be black banks of rivers eroded by water, unable to dictate direction, unconcerned with babbling from anyone's mouth. Unencumbered, to be washed away, to be made wet, coagulant of spilled blood, sediment of all our warring youth, to be rubbed into injury, embedded, to be scratched out from beneath bruised nails, to be breath from bog, to be rain dance driver, stage for the sun to burn into, to be birthplace, holder of history, time's preserver, to be sculpted by the divine of this red earth, emptiness from where all vessel comes, to be nourisher, provider of forbidden fruit, ground where snake slithers, diminutive of soil, to be sandpaper grit between tooth and tusk, present and exiled and undoing, to be unnamed, to be a breaking apart, to be first and final place called home.
Come on, we know this. Before I do my poem, I want to say thank you to everyone because I've been in kind of an exhausted, depressive state, and tonight kind of gave me life. So thank you, everyone. Also, y'all look much nicer than me, and I've been in the same shit since 7 a.m. So good on ya. Well, thank you. Anyways, the trash can should be at the end of the fucking island and not along the wall next to the Keurig. Eggshell walls, which weren't to be repainted because resale value, are now stained with Merlot red, Valspar celestial blue, and the same pale yellow found in 60s flashback scenes. A ceiling fan replaced the boob light in my room where asking to hang a Green Day poster condemned my knees to implode. Is this still my room? Feels more like a guest room. I am a guest here. It's been 12 years since I've lived here, and I broke the vow I took at 15 not to step foot here again for the same reason my parents broke till death do us part. A better life. My dad invited me to stay the night for the 4th, and I accepted to fix a room in my trauma response mind. But when I walked through the door, I wanted to put on headphones and hide and screamo music to transform into a throw pillow on the couch out of everyone's way. It's the way my dad awarded me the title of smartest person in the fucking family for staying out of my way. 12 years, a remarriage, a remodel, but some things are familiar. The Last Supper still hangs in the hallway across from the basement. There's still a hutch in the dining area, and my room is still a bedroom, even if it's a guest room. And I keep almost dropping shit onto the kitchen floor because the trash can should be at the end of the fucking island. But it does look a lot better next to the Keurig. And the walls look better with some fucking color on them.
The story of my life is a story more or less, is a story of more and less. It's the voice of my therapist. Tell me more. And the voice of my editor. Say less. I am a teacher. Tell me more. I'm a retired teacher. More. I'm a retired teacher who felt there was more to do. More. I'm a retired teacher who felt there was more to do. I loved my kids, but I gave up my career to try something new. Say less. I'm a retired teacher who loved the kids but gave up my career to try something less. I loved the kids but gave up my career less. I gave up my career less. No, less. I gave up. Again. I am not what I dreamed. Tell me more. I'm not what a young me dreamed I'd be. More. I'm not what a young me dreamed I'd be. That man who tells the man he can go to hell. More. I'm not what a young me dreamed I'd be. That man who tells the man he can go to hell? Yeah, right. I am the man, man. Man. Say less. I'm not a young me. That man can go to hell. Yeah. Less. I'm not a young me. Go to hell, yeah? Less. I'm me. Hell, yeah. Thanks.
The state of Michigan will be taking up gun reform and changing some of the laws. So this poem is my urging of them to change some things. A tisket, a tasket, a small green hornet casket. He brought a rifle to my school, and on the way he shot it. Yes, on the way he shot it. A 10-year-old bled right out, and 20 more soon got it. I am tired of dead children, lying faceless and chilled on classroom floors, or holding their breath hidden in classmate blood, cringing behind schoolroom doors or squatting behind flimsy desks to survive automatic rifles is as absurd as me hiding beneath my desk to avoid a 1950s nuclear war. Lucky me, nuclear war never came to my class. Like guns sold on street corners with less scrutiny than cold medicine. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Teacher hit me with the ruler, so I shot her in the bean with my new AR-15, and she ain't gonna teach no more. I am wearied with teacher heroes, throwing themselves on top as if love were bulletproof. To protect children who would be drained of hope even if they do survive. How do you grow up normal when someone tries to kill you in the 4th grade? How does anyone find safety on any street when bullets rain in classrooms? I'm exhausted by ragged holes bored through books draped over children's heads, the schoolhouse not so useful version of a bulletproof helmet. Small pulsing hearts are meaningless to the same politicians who champion phony fetal ones, and substitute thoughts and prayers for meaningful laws. Churches facilitate murderers in the name of fetus survival, while gun makers pocket blood money. Gunmen, don't shoot me. Zap that kid in row 3. He speaks Spanish. I speak none. Gunmen, ain't that fun? No more excuses. No more thoughts and prayers. No more personalized mini coffins. No more guns on demand or mental health claims or good men with guns or arm the teachers. No more nonsense. No more. Hey, NRA! How many kids did you kill today?
Compression. I can't tell you what I am made of. Oxygen, sure, and carbon. I can't tell you if I am strong. I think I used to be stronger. I think this version of me is gone. I suppose she could be out there some light years distance. Is she coming back or rocketing away? She is too far gone to know. The images on screen could be some nebula, gas and dust and collapsing stars, but it is just my spine. All white and gray matter, it too is collapsing. The surgeon asked when I first noticed the pain, which pain I thought. Remembered that no sound exists in space, and from the space between my lips let slip only, Did you know stars hum themselves to death in a near perfect middle C? And I see that he doesn't care that I never noticed the pain. Perhaps I have adjusted to its gravity, accustomed to the weight upon my shoulders. Depression is a weight I have carried, a constant shifting from one side to another, always off balance. Stars are born in balance, gravity compressing to the point of fusion. This is where the compression occurs. He points to my spine. For me, this is where mental health pushes its way into physical health. Or is it the other way around? The stronger me must exist in some vast blue-black of the universe. She could be discovered, renamed, renumbered. C5, C7, carbon star, perhaps. Isabella, less likely. Primarily oxygen and carbon, bright and burning. We all imagine ourselves the central star in our universe. Imagine death in long distance. My body aches and sinks into itself. The doctor said it was serious, then disappeared like a smile. Serious indeed. We are born in seconds and die cell by cell in slow motion. Stars are born over 1 million years and die in 100 seconds, running out of fuel and collapsing. Thank you.
This is for the queers. Queer. My heart raced my feet to get from bar to car, sober in an instant. Ambushed outside our place of sanctuary, maybe the bashers, maybe the cops, the outcomes are the same. The sound of cheekbones shattering like illusions of safety against fist fueled by hate. rainbow-colored kidneys imploding under nightstick blows. Terrorist rest stop raids, queers in the newspaper, lives razed to the studs. Children snatched from mothers alleged unfit. Queens tracked and assassinated, sparkles strewn. Desolate toe tags on refrigerated steel. Gay-related immune deficiency. Baby Dyke, my eyes stretched to capacity as I watch, impotent, hands over my mouth, stifling my terror at the atrocities, coexisting with fear, not asking, not telling. My cells roaring, vibrating to uncharted chakras, grief morphing, rage engaged, howling from the depths of every one of the things, screaming for our existence. Queers everywhere, acting up, get used to it. Our own loving care and death sacraments. My gentle, angry people, weary souls pummeling the pavement with festive flair. Before commodification by liquor companies and big box stores, we flew our flags with trepidation and resolve, winning one precarious piece at a time. Queer, the sound of joy and bass pulsing through hot bodies before the gunman. They no longer bash us outside our bars. They walk in and shoot us. The terror of atrocities. They convince us to bash ourselves from the inside out. Our own loving care and death sacraments, enfolding in a quilt of tales. A society of love that never gets a chance to heal. Elder Dyke, my hands labor and hold with precious tenderness and potency. My power of continued use will not be stifled. Our movement, ever growing and including, new warriors serve on the front lines for our right to be. I warrior on without retreat or respite, never regress. Shrouded in survivor's guilt and a kaleidoscope of hope, the specters of the fags and dykes before me, alongside me. This is how we step into tomorrow. Arms locked, hearts forward. Queer, no longer a word to fight over, a word to fight for.
So I'm not a poet, but this is my love letter to Deanna. And I'm sorry, ladies, but she is the most beautiful woman in the world. And my love for her is unconditional. It's deeper than any love song you can ever listen to. I've tried to push it aside, ignore it, and act like it wasn't real. But I always knew inside the way I truly feel. You don't have just a piece or a sliver of my heart. You have every piece. And when this world stresses me and pulls me down, you are my peace. Sometimes something that I can never give up or let go of, because your love is the only real love that I've ever known of. You are my everything. You gave me a heart to hold. You are my every dream. And I can't wait to marry you and continue watching our love story unfold.
want to say something? You want to say something? You got a rebuttal? You introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Deanna. I go by Dee Dee. Me and Micah. Me and Micah have been dating for a while now, and I am in shock. I really don't know what to say, but I just want to say I love you very much to the ends of the earth and back.